Hello and welcome or welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and whether you're watching it on Rumble or YouTube, all the same, I appreciate you and thank you. Today, we've got an exciting one. Why is it exciting? It's always exciting. That's the first thing. That's the default. These things are exciting. So today, exciting build is a city build, which if you guys haven't noticed, I've been doing mostly city builds, a little bit here and there other things, but I'm focusing on my city because you can't build the world's largest city and not focus on it. So it just comes with territory. Today, we've got a bulldozer. This is not the first bulldozer that Lego's come out with. In fact, they've come out with several. But today, we're going to build this sucker right here, and I'm very excited to build it. And Cajun says it's a really good build. Yeah, Cajun built this last night. How you doing today, Cajun? And I bet you the most annoying part was the treads. So, word of suggestion, stay away from windmill farms. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. John, thank you. I think you watched my city update then. Okay, so this one here, set number 60466, 682 pieces, and a total of 3 minifigures, which I always appreciate the minifigures. All right. I've got my trusty dog next to me. Oh, I guess the camera. Oh, sorry. I'm on the wrong camera. I was wondering why you guys couldn't see Enzo. Let me change cameras. All right. Oh, awesome. Cajun says, I'm doing good. I ordered Arkham Asylum today and Cruella de Vil car. No windmill hurts in this live stream. Well, I think they're shipping it early, the Arkham Asylum, because I noticed this morning, I always check my finances first thing in the morning, just because there's been a few times where my number's been ripped off by a waiter or something, and I don't like nasty surprises. So anyway, I check my finances every morning, and I checked my credit card, and Lego has charged me for the Arkham Asylum. And you know how they always do when you pre-order, they do an authorization on your card, but it doesn't actually go through until they ship it. And it actually went through this morning. So I think that means that the Arkham Asylum is about ready to be shoved in a box and thrown my way. Which, by the way, I wouldn't really mind. That's quite all right. I do like this sign. It's a digging sign. I'll have to see if I can get some more of those. There we go. All right, let's put the figure aside. So if you have a Lego minifigure and it's you know, it's all shiny and brand new, no cracked torso, no cracked arms, does that mean you can call it a good-looking figure? Or you can say, in this case, it's a female construction worker. Is it proper to say she has a good figure? I don't know. I was just asking for a friend. Not really me. I don't care. Hey, Greg, how's it going? And we didn't finish the list last night, so we got to finish. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It says this is called Strange Louisiana Laws that are reasonable. Somehow I get the feeling that's not going to be as reasonable as we're thinking. Okay, I didn't know this law was necessary, but let's read this one. It's illegal to urinate in the city's water supply, and the infraction may cost you up to 20 years in prison. Okay. And also in Louisiana, I don't know what you guys are doing down there, but here's one. It is illegal to put the ultimate test to a mattress before you buy it. See, Greg. Hey, Hoarder, how's it going? Greg, I have to say, I'm glad you're just on the other side of the line on Texas. And for your personal safety, I think I'd stay on that line of Texas. I'm just kidding, guys. Oh my gosh. I see. Okay. This one, they say it's a weird law, but it's not weird because I totally understand. I've done this one myself. Ordering a pizza to be delivered to your friend without them knowing is punishable by a $500 fine. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but some of you people will know. Hey, Richard, how's it going? You know, when I was younger, and I'm sure you guys did it too, if you didn't like somebody, sometimes you'd order 4 or 5 pizzas to their house, only to have them show up and go, I didn't order it, and have them explain it. And they couldn't explain it. But yeah, I guess apparently it happens in Louisiana so much they had to pass a law telling you quit doing it and provide a $500 fine. All right. Anyway, what if you pay for the pizza? I think that's probably okay, but I'm just a random guy on YouTube. I can't give legal advice. Okay, so this one here, this next one, I'm not sure how it came about, but I'm sure it was a good reason, and that is that taxi cab drivers are prohibited from having sex in the front seat of their taxi during their shifts. Okay, so I guess that's why the fake taxi on that website, it always happens in the back seat, right? Anyway, I'm sorry, I should not have gone there, but there you have it. Oh boy. Well, it's good to see you all here. I'm glad you guys are here. And if you guys know any strange laws or got any mama jokes or whatever, man, feel free to throw them in the chat. I love your mama jokes, mainly because I think my brain quit maturing at the age of about 12, and I don't think it's ever going to pick back up. Only during their shifts, as long as they clock out real fast. Well, hey, isn't that what you're supposed to do? You start flirting with the girl, you're okay. You're okay. You know, but when things start getting hot and heavy, excuse me 1 minute, ma'am, you turn off the meter and you go for it. That's only my theory. I've never been a taxi cab driver, so I don't know. Oh, boy. Where the hell do they have taxis at Louisiana? Probably New Orleans. But I don't know. I've never been to New Orleans. I'd like to go during Mardi Gras because I watched an episode of Cops years ago for Mardi Gras. And my goodness, they were getting down and nasty. Girls freaking showing their tatas everywhere. Sounds like a good time to me. Your mama supports. She hung toilet paper out to dry. Woo, that's a bad one, man. Well, I guess in some places that might be necessary. I still want to know what city besides New Orleans has taxi cabs because we don't have that out here. Our city in Lafayette is way too small for taxis and taxi cabs and does public transportation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the area that well, but that's on the list here. And this list is made by Morris Bark, who is an attorney. So I don't know. Okay. This is New Orleans again. All right. In New Orleans, city council commission members may not drink alcohol during public meetings, or else they could face a $50 fine. I would say after going to one of those meetings, you probably need a drink. I don't know. Let me turn off the meter for, let's say, 3 minutes or so. Well, if that's as long as it takes. I'm I got 4 kids. I'm not really sure how that works. They just kind of appeared one day, and my wife said they're mine. Something though funny is when I used to work for the newspaper. That's when we had 3 of the 4 kids when I was working for the newspaper. As soon as the kids were born, each one of them, somebody would say something similar to this. They would tell me, they go, Jeff, if you ever leave your wife, you don't need no DNA test. It's obvious they're yours. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, my kids do look a lot like me. So, I was fortunate in that regard. I ain't got to worry about that. But I don't think Miss Chip would do something like that anyway. I don't want to throw her too far in the bus. I'm trying to be funny, but I ain't trying to. I want to be alive at the end of this. So he's a rip-off artist. That lawyer's an idiot. Your mom was so ugly she made blind kids cry. Oh, you didn't hear the last one. New Orleans City Commission members may not drink during a public meeting, or else they face a $50 fine. So they can't drink alcohol while they're at a city council meeting. Like I said, sometimes maybe they need it for right after, or just to get through it. I don't really know. Hey, cut them some slack, man. They're public servants. Sometimes they need a little pick me up, if you know what I mean. Oh man, that's too good. And I used to have a saying. I'll tell you guys. I don't really drink, and keep in mind, I'm not preaching at you. You guys do whatever you want. But I just don't drink. I don't like it. And so I used to tell my kids sometimes, though, especially when they did some stuff that was just really off the wall. I used to tell my kids, I was like, I ain't a drinking man, but if I was, tonight would be the night. And I stand by that statement. They're public idiots in New Orleans. Oh, damn, those poor kids got to go through life looking. Yeah, I know, man. Richard, you are totally okay to joke with me about anything, man. Trust me. All the guys that I've worked with and my dad I've been around, I've heard it all, man. Well, maybe I haven't, but I don't really care because I'm likely to turn around about 30 seconds later and say something back to you. It's worse. So fire away, dude. Have fun. Oh, gosh. And Yeti says, hell, I'm not worried about them drinking alcohol. It's the other substances that they're on, because how would they run that city? And it's a sinkhole. Yeah, literally a sinkhole too, I hear. I don't really know much about New Orleans. I've actually never been there. In fact, I really do. I need to make the trip down south, because most of my travel has been in the northern part of the country, like Montana, Wyoming, Nevada, California. I've been a lot of places, but not really that far down south. I've been to Texas because Mrs. Chip is there, and I've driven to Texas a couple times. So, I've been through Arizona and Colorado, but that's not really south though, Colorado. Anyway, I that's on my bucket list. I would love to travel down to those areas. I think it'd be really cool. So anyway, hopefully it's in the cards someday, huh? So are you trying to say that if your mom was so fat that if she was a hooker, she could advertise worldwide service? Sorry, Greg, but I had to modify that joke a little bit. Let's see. It's not a place you want to visit. Oh, okay. Well, I've never been, so I don't know. Okay, well, we got bag one done. Excuse me if I could even talk. I'm gotten tongue twisted over here, and Miss Chip is not even here. See, our Lego store is not in New Orleans. A lot of people think it's New Orleans, but it's actually a town called Metairie. Did I say that right? Okay, so here I got another Louisiana one for you. Statewide, riding a bicycle with no hands is prohibited. Every rider of a bicycle, tricycle, or other vehicle propelled by foot, hand must keep at least one hand on the handlebars while riding. All right, well, I didn't know that was a big problem, but hey, thanks for letting me know. Oh boy. No, it's not. Okay, I'm sorry. These names, I'm not good with names, although it is important when you pronounce them correctly because, given that my name is Geoff, or spelled that way, I've heard Geoff, I've heard Godfrey, I've heard all kinds of stuff about that. So anyway, those must be for cities because they would never force that on us. Whatever. As a kid, we used to ride without hands on the handlebar. Yeah, I know. I used to too. I never ate dirt either. Never ate for doing it either. Okay, someone please explain what kind of problems they were having way back when, because this next one's kind of a little wild in my opinion. Oh, do I need to put another one? Wait a minute. Yes, we put that in there. Oh, I did it wrong. Let's fix that. I wonder if they were having really bad accidents. Oh, probably some kid hurt himself real bad, ended up in the emergency room. Richard, in Florida, you can get 100% get a DUI on a bicycle. I've seen people get DUIs on riding lawnmowers, and I just have to shake my head because I'm like, how is that even possible? And I think I did something wrong here. In fact, I know I did, didn't I? I did. Shoot. I'm going to have to fix it because there ain't no way around it. Yeah, I did. I did it wrong. Okay, well, let's give her a fix. What if you don't have arms? Well, it's kind of like Stevie Wonder paying child support for kids he's never seen. It's messed up. All right. I can't believe I just said that. All right. Back in the 80s, George Jones literally tried to go to a bar with his lawnmower. They took his car keys away from him, but that's how bad an alcoholic he was, and it's common to see that around here. Wow. All right. Okay, so Louisiana. It is illegal to fasten any animal to a tree on a public highway, park, public place, triangle, or sidewalk in the city. Okay, well, yeah, cool. And now we are done with the strange ones in, strange ones in Texas. Now, we do have a few for Idaho that we did not finish up last night. So Let's see. I'll stick with my pot at home, never get in any trouble. Well, that's a good thing to do, right? Okay. So in Idaho, or Boise, Idaho, there's a law that prohibits you from fishing while being on the back of a giraffe. Now, I don't know what kind of convoluted situation, redneck fuckery happened to make that happen in the law, but my goodness, we got to have a law telling us that we can't go fishing while on the back of a giraffe. Okay, well, I can't remember the last time I did that, but damn it, now I'm going to miss out. I'm going to be able to claim that because I live in Idaho, I was a deprived child. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm laughing so much I can't even read instructions, man. Oh man. Yeah, what in the Section 8's going on over there? I don't know. Statewide law in Idaho. Kids under 14 years old need a certificate from their parents testifying that they brush their teeth. Again, I don't know what kind of fuckery happened to make that a law, and for that to need to be a law. I mean, what the actual F, dude? But I'm loving it though. I mean, it is funny. I mean, hey. Oh, okay. In Idaho, they actually have this law still on the books. I know it's not enforced. But I tell you what, I wouldn't mind being the police officer and enforce it. Imagine situations you'd see. And this law is statewide in Idaho. You are not allowed to have sex if you're not married. And like I said, I don't care whether people are married or not. I just like to be the one to catch them in the act. Sorry. I'm being totally awful. Okay. Okay, that's important. Oh, yeah, I did that wrong. So did you when you put these on, Yeti, did you get it right? See, I already messed it up. Okay. Anyway, I'm just trying to make sure I get this right. I'm shocked, but yes, I actually did it right the first time, but you're trying to run a stream and read something at the same time. My building, so we can give you a break on this one. Yeah, I'm notorious for messing up these buildings. And I think Mrs. Chip, if she was here, would say that it's because I can't follow directions, which is partially true. I mean, I can. I just don't want to. Anyway, Greg asked earlier, what are my plans for today? My plans for today are very simple. Lego, and more Lego. Just kidding. My plans for today, well, I need to catch up because I've got a bunch of videos that I'm supposed to be shooting. I have to admit, I haven't been doing them. And so today I need to change that. And one of the first videos I am going to make is my state of the city address. I was going to do it yesterday, but just didn't happen. And then, so we're going to do that today. And no excuses, nothing. I'm just going to get it done. And then if I have time after that, I would like to do other videos today. Oh gosh. How come this doesn't fit? Okay. Oh, because they. Oh, I see. They use trickery here. Okay. So I need to do a video today. A video about the city update or state of the city address, and then I've got the horse night castle thing, the 3-in-1. I need to build that. In fact, that's kind of urgent. I need to start that because I do all 3 versions. I got 3 copies of it, so I need to get started on that so that just gets done, because that's 4 videos total. Version 1, version 2, version 3, and then all 3 of them side by side. So I got to do all that today. So that's going to keep me busy for most of the day. So there will not be a live stream tonight just because I need to take care of business. So, okay. Why is this thing... What in the redneck sauce is going on here? Well, that's funny because it doesn't have anything to connect to. Did I do it wrong? Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, I did. Duh. Okay. There. Now it works. Okay, cool. RC, you can get DUI on Bicycle Louisiana. Anything to consider a vehicle, it can get you for that. Well, you know, there's been a couple of things that I don't agree with. I've seen, you know, those shows like Audit the Audit on the internet where people get arrested or that kind of thing, have an interaction with the cops, and an attorney kind of rates the interaction. And I always hate seeing this, man, when they arrest somebody who's like sleeping in their car because maybe they went to the bar and then they end up just going out to their car and falling asleep instead of driving, and the cops show up and then they have a problem with it, and then they're like, oh, well, you were in the car in the driver's seat, so we got to do a field sobriety test. Oh, wonder what happened. You failed. Wonder why. Oh, by the way, you're getting arrested for DUI. And I'm like, what? How are you arresting someone for DUI if they're just sitting in the front seat? The car's not even on, and they're just like trying to sleep. I mean, wouldn't you rather them sleep off some of that before they... Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. Some of the stuff that goes on in this country, I just don't even know about. Stock. That's not a law. It's just like going through the drive-thru at McDonald's with a 4-wheeler. Yeah. Well, we used to. They don't let you do this anymore. We used to walk through the drive-thru sometimes as teenagers, just to mess with the employees. But a lot of places don't let you do that anymore because they'll cite safety concerns. And it's like, okay, yeah, I don't know how to keep myself safe. I need you to tell me how to stay safe. I don't need Jack, you know what. Anyway, that's just my opinion. We got to put some, I see, said the blind man. That might be, got it. These are new pieces. I've never seen these before. Oh, so the pistons do move. Awesome. I like that. If you ever get that drunk, get into the back seat of your vehicle so you don't get the driver's seat. That is a loophole. They cannot do nothing. They can't do you nothing unless if wherever you're at has a sleeping, no loitering sign. Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think it's gotten ridiculous. I mean, come on. If someone's really in their car, even if they're drunk, as long as they haven't moved their car while they're drinking, and they're trying to sleep it off, I really think that's the better thing to do. I mean, because some people, plain and simple, just can't afford a taxi cab or for whatever reason, and they're not driving. They're not being a danger. And I think that's supposed to be the intention of the law, is that if whether they're really a danger or not to the public. So anyway, if I drink, would I buy a Tesla for the nights I go out? Although I think that's a smart idea because it's a self-driving car, I don't know, man. I'm almost thinking there's some way they still get you. And I'll tell you what, I've already decided if I ever get pulled over for and they ask me to do a field sobriety test, I'm not doing it. I'll tell them to do the blood test because I've had 3 spine surgeries, and there is no way that I could do a field sobriety test and pass. There just isn't a way for me to do that. For some reason, this little cover doesn't. Oh, there, now it goes on. There we go. The lawmakers say if you have intentions of driving and you passed out, that's why they assume. Trust me, I agree with you. I don't agree with the law. I'd rather than sleep. I would rather they do. I'd rather they just get in their car and sleep it off rather than put everyone else in danger. And I think their intentions are definitely, in this case at least, I think should be taken into account. The fact that I didn't actually get behind the wheel is the important part. And I've been noticing on the other crane that I did last night, this elephant symbol is becoming something on construction vehicles, which I like them having some sort of symbol. So I think it looks pretty good. If you would get drunk enough, you would be able to. There's a lot of people that can pass a sobriety test that are drunk. The reason why they came out with the breathalyzer, yeah, I would. But I am not that steady on my feet. I'll be honest. Sometimes I do have trouble getting around. And that's because of my issues that I have. I've had 3 back or spine surgeries, I should say. And, well, there's consequences for that. Okay, so we've got bags 1 and 2 done. I think there's 6 bags for this, so we're going to start bag 3, and here we go. Newer cars don't even have keys, so how does that hold if your key in the ignition? Like, oh, that's true. That is true, because I've seen those cars where you just have to have the fob somewhere on you, and you push a button to start the car. So wouldn't the keys technically, if they really wanted to argue, couldn't they say the keys are always in ignition if you're in the car because all you got to do is push a button? I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that's a good point. I mean, that's something that I kind of would like to see argued in court. Not that I really like court. I hate court, but sometimes I like a good argument. So that is a good argument. So I did hear a joke, though. A blonde gets pulled over by a state trooper. And he says, "Ma'am, you been drinking?" And she says, "No." And he goes, "Oh, I think you have been drinking." And she had been, by the way. And so she says, "Is there any way we can get out of the ticket?" And the cop says, "Well, here, why don't you blow on this?" And he pulls out his wiener. And the blonde looks at it and she goes, "Oh, no, not another breathalyzer test. I like pushing my wife's butt." Oh, okay, all right. I saw the correction buttons. Yeah, well, I think I'm a typical guy. I like slapping my wife's behind. And actually, blonde jokes are something that I don't get sick of, man. Blonde jokes crack me up. Is this? There's supposed to be 2 of these. It does not say 2 of them. Okay, cool. All right. I love blonde jokes. I used to be a dirty blonde when I had hair. Well, here's the first one. This is for a female blonde. Oh, I know. Actually, I can't. People probably get mad at this joke. Okay. What do you say to a blonde that won't give in? Have another beer. And you know why blondes don't eat bananas? They can't find the zipper. Hey, Cliff, how's it going, man? Oh my gosh, this one. Oh man. You know why blondes wear hoop earrings? So they have a place to rest their ankles. Oh man. It's kind of like another joke I heard. You can tell a lot about a woman's feet. You can tell a lot about a woman by how much she likes you by looking at your feet. If her feet are above her head, she really likes you. So, nothing but bad jokes here. Hey, Ken, how's it going, bud? It's good to see you. Are you getting ready to clock into work, or I know normally about this time you're getting ready to clock into work. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on the city a little bit this afternoon. I looked at my tracking. The guy just mailed my Bricklink order with all the tiles. He did that yesterday, so it's saying they'll be here Friday. So I'm hoping that holds true, because I could really use the pieces. I'm kind of at a standstill with that water unless I get those 750 tiles. So, and you know, just in case you guys have been watching those videos, that's why I'm mentioning that. And oh my gosh, my computer's going nuts. Oh, okay, it stopped. I really hope this laptop lasts me, guys, because if you guys don't remember, a couple weeks ago I had a meltdown with it, and my son had to fix it. And by the way, he did pretty good, I think, because it's working now. And then my internet company upgraded my internet, which made the Ethernet cord I used cause that white spiral of death because it was too slow. And I had to fix that too. Had to get me a better cord. Afternoon, Jeff. I'm rolling on the floor laughing out loud. I appreciate that. Oh gosh. This one. Do you know what blondes do for foreplay? They just take off their underwear. Oh man. Now, Yeti, didn't you say something like 51 of these little things go on the these little links go on the tracks? Because Yeti built this one last night, by the way. Finally found my 1x1 tiles for 1,000 of them. It's $85, and I need 1,000 white, 1,000 black. Is that a good deal or too expensive? You know what? Actually, I can tell you right now. Let's take a look at Bricklink, see what the average is. Okay. So if I go on Bricklink and let's take a look at parts. 1x1 tiles. Let's see. Well, if you look at the color black, they're saying that brand new ones, if it ever pulls up, are an average of 7 cents. So 1,000 of those would be $70 all by themselves. And you said you paid $85 and you got white as well. I'm going to say you got a hell of a deal. But we'll check the white just in case. Yeah, whites are saying 7 cents. So basically, if you would have paid the average, you would have paid 140, and you said you got them for 85. I would say that's a pretty good deal. Oh, it was 85 per 1,000. Oh, different. I don't think it's that good now. Sorry. But then again, sometimes, you know, if you're going to get quantities that high, and I ain't talking about 420, sometimes if you want quantities that high, sometimes you just got to pay you know, a little bit of a premium. That's not too bad. I don't think he got hurt by that deal. Oh, I love pick a brick wall when they have any tile. I don't care what color it is. When there's tile on the wall when I'm there, I get a box or two, man. I'm really bad about that. I've got so many, and I mean, I've got so many drawers of tiles, different colors. What was embarrassing is when I got the sand blue. When I got the sand blue 1x1 tiles, I didn't even remember I had them at home, and I got another like 3 or 4 boxes. I already had a drawer like full of them. I was hoping I had an empty drawer of those, and I don't. Empty drawer up here. You haven't bought them yet. I don't know though. I really don't think he got hurt by that deal. I mean, yes, 140 would be nice, but that's without shipping and without sales tax, and I don't even know what sales tax is. And not only that, I mean, what's the alternative? Buying $250 from this guy and his shipping's $8. Buying $250 from this guy and his is $9 shipping. I mean, like at the end of the day, because the shipping's all in one place, I think you're doing pretty good. And right now with Lego being kind of funny about shipping pick-a-brick parts, I'm kind of wondering if you just didn't do better. If you do, going to Bricklink is a better option because you get it all in one place and it will be shipped. And also, I got to call foul on Lego. You know, they're sitting there saying that it won't ship to the U.S. right now, the pick-a-brick wall, because of imports. Well, they're still shipping sets. So what's the difference? Oh, Will says 2x4 white tile on my wall right now. I love those. I got a whole drawer of those. I've already been to my local mom and pop shop. Yeti, I'll be honest with you, the amount of time I'm spending there for a few tiles. I think finally, and I agree with you too, your time has to go into it. Has to be factored in. I agree with that. I have enough sand blue 1x1 tiles to last me. Oh, so do I. Because I already had a drawer and I bought enough to fill another drawer, so I had to use a bigger drawer. Yeah. The struggle is real, Will. It's real. Well, we're almost done with one side. We got to rinse and repeat, though. That's why I buy everything from a Bricklink store. That's a good price. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. May not need it, but when I do, I'll have enough of them for whatever the mock is. And that's, you know, that's my philosophy as well. is that sometimes there's just certain pieces that I always buy. Like I love to get any sort of trans light blue, dark blue tiles and stuff because I know that eventually I'm going to use it. 2x2 bricks, and actually pretty much any just normal like 1x1, 1x2, 1x3 bricks. Those are something that I always get because dang it, I never know what I'm going to be doing. So anyway, and Will, I am working on the wind turbines right now on the city. And then that's going to be this coming week's video. And I'm going to do a little bit of work on the cliff side. But I will tell you, Will, you're not going to be disappointed with my plans for the Riviera. I've had time to look at it. And because of what's happened, I won't reveal exactly what I'm going to do. But I'm going to tell you, I've been looking at it, been planning it. And it will not disappoint you, I promise. All right, so we got one side done. We got to do the other. For some reason, YouTube's acting funny right now. So I see my screen going nuts. Okay, they gave me 4 extras. Was that about right? Yeah. I just started 100 2x4 tile from Lego.com. It's coming in with my order. Awesome. Wait, Lego. Yeah. Lego isn't shipping pick a brick wall order. Yeah, they are not. It depends because, like, you know how their warehouse says bestsellers come from a warehouse that's here in the U.S. They're still doing those parts, but if the parts have to come from Denmark, they're not shipping right now. They're not available, and it's because of tariffs, is what they say. And, you know, Richard, I'm glad to hear someone else say that because my popular saying is, I love the product, I hate the company. That's totally true. And Richard says, the more time goes on, I can't stand Lego as a company. I love the product. Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I'll say this too, and I don't care if it does bother people. You got to keep in mind, I have a deaf mom, and she's not just hard of hearing. She's deaf, and she's been deaf for years and years, ever since she was 6 months old because of a high fever that damaged her hearing. So I have noticed that Lego, I mean, at first I was kind of like, hey, this is kind of cool when they came out with Legos that have the cochlear implant or otherwise disabled. And I thought, hey, this is pretty cool. You know, these people are getting representation. But then now it's like, have you ever noticed that, like, our Lego, oh man, our Lego minifigures are such a disproportionate amount of disabled people now. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing to our kids? Is it too many microplastics? Is vaccines? I'm just kidding. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to get banned on YouTube just for joking like that. But yeah, there's a really high percentage of disabled Lego minifigures now, to the point that it's getting freaking ridiculous. Can I just have a normal person? And Yeti says, I agree with you, Will. You never know when you're going to need it, and always think you have a lot and you never have enough. No, you don't. Yes, there are 4 extra. Okay, cool. I didn't make a mistake, Austin. Instead of needing 1,000 of something, I just pick up as many parts from whatever store I can, and I don't stop buying a part until I have a drawer. I'm the same way, Will. And I actually go through a store, and even after I'm done getting the pieces that I need, I start going after the ones I want. And things like, well, how do you think I've got, like, and this is going to sound dirty, guys, I know it's going to go there. I got a bunch of Lego cherries. I haven't popped any of them. Sorry, guys. But I got a bunch of Lego cherries in different colors, and I've got a drawer. I literally have like one drawer for the red, one for the magenta. I think lime's another color. Yeah, I've got like just drawers of them. And same with like the Lego $100 tiles. I did that for a while, where every Bricklink order, I'd check his tile decorator to see if he had some. And now I've got a whole drawer full of Lego money. So, all right. City update, Richard says, coming soon. I'm looking forward to that, Richard. That sounds awesome. Did they get the ordering thing figured out now? Now, if I can't afford it, I don't obviously buy it. If I can't afford to get everything, yeah, same here. I mean, there's times I only got $30, so I got to stick to the menu. But then there's other times where I have $100 and I only need $60 worth of parts, but somehow as I walk out of there spending $120. That's happened to me way more than I like to admit. Okay, yeah, I don't like their policies. I think they're morons on how they're running. I do too. If it wasn't for the fact that they actually have a really good product, I don't think a lot of us would be here. Oh my goodness, that was tedious, but we are done with that. Let's throw this track on here. Let's get her done. Oh, you're on bag 4, so am I. Oh. And Will says, definitely my collection is the way it is because I buy parts that look interesting while shopping on Bricklink. Your build techniques grow along with the part collection at your disposal. The more variety you have, the more you can build. And I agree with that too. That is something that I really like because, yeah, when I go and I buy these little things, these orders, I remember later on when I'm looking at stuff and I'm trying to build, it's like, oh yeah, I remember a while back I bought a couple of these pieces. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that looks hella cool. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some more of that. I mean, yeah, that's just how it goes. And yes, why I build Legos, I do talk to myself, but I've never argued with myself. So, you know, good times, right? All right. Wow, this is I'm digging this set. Haha. No, I really do like this set. I think it looks good. Oh boy. Just thought of a joke that I know I can't tell on YouTube. So I got to do something to get that out of my mind. I'm not getting kicked off here. All right, let's go back to blonde jokes then, because I can't do this. Okay, do you know how to get a joke? Do you know how to get a blonde to laugh at a joke on a Saturday? Make sure you tell the joke by noon on Wednesday. When people get stuck on a mock, I think to myself, I wonder if they'll be stuck if they had a larger variety of parts and therefore a larger variety of options to accomplish the goal. Sometimes, yeah, I think that, that's happened to me. Yeah, I can see that. And I do like Yeti's comment. He says, wow, Will really likes his parts. Well, hopefully, and if he doesn't like his parts, he can buy that Lego set, the Scrapyard that we did yesterday, and he can just customize his junk. All right, that was bad. Do you know why it takes longer to build a blonde snowman? It's because you have to hollow out the head. Do you know what can strike a blonde without ever making physical contact? A thought. So is this going to be like Baby Got Back? Silicone parts are made for toys. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, this is a good build, guys. I'm gonna like this in my town. I'm definitely throwing it in there. I don't know exactly where, but I have got a ton, and I mean a ton, of construction equipment in my personal collection, and I need to find some ways to use that up in my city. Nah, I just get itchy and irritable when I don't get me fix. You may be right. Well, remember that in Louisiana, I think it was, you can't fix a wrestling match. It's illegal. I think we discussed that one yesterday. So if your fix is fixing fights, don't do it. Laughing my butt off, and Will like showing off his parts on Instagram. Well, at least it's not while somebody else is streaming. Sorry, did I say that? Did I really go there? Yeah, I did. Will, almost bought the set the other day, but I got the advent calendar and a pick a brick box instead. Well, which advent calendar did you get? Actually, I usually get all of them, but I don't think I'm going to this year. It's called budget constraints. I want the city one. Oh, okay. SE. What does that mean? Star Wars. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Yeah, the Star Wars ones are actually pretty cool. I've got a couple of the little, I don't know, little sets inside of a set laying around the house. I've got an AT-AT Walker who's like 20 pieces, if even that. It's actually one of my favorite ones. It used to be on my work desk. That's what like I said, I think that's one of the best. Oh gosh. This man's tired. This man needs to go to bed more early, more often. I'm going to say that's Enzo's fault. No, I'm just kidding. Enzo was over there just laying down. He's being good. Wow, is this really the rest of this loader in the next 2 bags? Because, I mean, by the end of this bag, we're going to have almost everything done. I wanted Babu Frick and the Christmas sweater Jawa, but the rest is stupid. Well, maybe I'll get it just for that. No, I'm just kidding. I think that's exactly what Lego wants us to do. They want us to buy sets just because of one minifigure or something. Huh. Oh, well, it helps you put things on correctly. There we go. Okay, so we are done with 4 bags. It says we have 2 bags left. I really don't see I don't see enough here for 2 more bags. But you know what? I'm going to set this aside and we're going to get this done. Oh, also, I always like to tell you guys what the schedule looks like for the next couple of days. So let me open my spreadsheet and let's talk some shop here. I wish they had a lot more minifigures and Star Wars sweaters, and then I can collect them. Actually, not a bad idea. I don't mind buying a set for the figs because as long as the parts count is good, I can. Yeah, that's true. You can abscond with it later. Okay, so I did release a city update today. If you guys have not watched that, I'd appreciate if you do. And so we have the state of the city address coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow morning live stream will be the Spider-Man Oscorp, which is set number 76324. I am looking forward to that quite a bit. I love Spider-Man. So we'll build that one. I think that's going to be a one and done. And then that's Thursday morning. And then Friday morning, we're going to do another F1 building marathon. I've got 5 cars left, so I don't think we're going to get them done tomorrow. But we'll get as far as we can. And as for videos, I'm going to do the medieval horse knight castle versions 1, 2, and 3 over the next couple days, and also give you guys a review on the Arctic Polar Express train and the Neuschwanstein castle. So I owe you guys a few videos. I know it, and I'm going to get to it. Hoarder says normally if you buy the figs themselves, they end up costing costing such a significant amount. The total set costs, yeah, it's usually me as well. Yeah, I agree with that. If you're gonna collect the figures, you might as well buy the whole set. Yeah. Oh wow, is it already 12 o'clock? Well, Spencer should be home in a few minutes, but I think I'll be done with this shortly after he gets home. Definitely not before, because we got one more bag right after this one. And actually, I'm getting real hungry. Must be lunchtime. The only way I'm getting Star Wars Advent calendar is if it's on half off. I'm waiting to see what Costco is going to have for it. You know, that is a good point. Costco usually does have the Advent calendars for some reason. So, yeah, I think I'd wait too just to see if they happen to throw it on discount. Oh, wow. People are paying $20 for each Bad Batch member and buying all 4 for $100 when the set costs $100 makes no sense. It doesn't. I don't get that either. And I see a lot of that going on eBay. And then they'll put the set on Bricklink and say, complete set except for no minifigures. And it's like, then how can you say complete set? But they do that all the time, and it's like that happens all day long. Although I will admit, there have been a few times where I've wanted to expand a set. Like I know Yeti, he expanded his Lilo and Stitch house. And when I saw it, I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I'd like to do that too. And I looked on Bricklink, and there was a guy selling the Stitch house, but no figures. And it was pretty cheap because it didn't have the figures. I didn't buy it, by the way, but I thought about it. I looked into it. So sometimes, you know, depending on what your needs are, it might be a good route, though, is to buy the set without figures, especially if you're just trying to bolster the set and make it more beefy. Yeah, that don't make sense right there. That's just stupid. But if you have a set that's $300, you have to buy 5 minifigures for $100. I bought the Joker and Catwoman from the animated mosaic or whatever that was. The 2 figures cost me $50. It would have been stupid for me to pay $300 for a set I don't want. Yeah, in that case, yeah, I could see it, man. And not only that, I'm not here to judge you. And if I was going to judge you, the last thing would be about something about Lego. I'm just kidding. I'll stop right there because I'm just joking around, man. All right. Looks like we're working on this front loader bucket thing or pusher. What I don't know what the technical term for this is. Yeah, it's a great way to get parts. Sometimes people will buy a set for $100, take the figs and sell the. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's just dirt cheap, you know. And hell, I'll take the parts. And they don't want to part it out because it takes a lot of time. So they're just listed as a complete set except for figures. But you know, though, I have to say, if it was advertising for a woman and it said complete set except for the figures, I'd have a problem with that. She's got to have the figure. And if she doesn't have the figure, that's a problem. Oh, there goes Spencer. I said I wouldn't be done before he got home, and I knew it. Not that I was trying to either. I don't know. Okay. Okay, one more bag, guys. Yeah, I'm not wasting money on a set that costs $300 for them to part out. That's just crazy. Plus, I don't have the extra inventory or money. Yeah. Hello, Spencer. What year, if minifigures cost about the same amount, said I want more than half of the set? Might as well buy the set because at least you got your money's worth. Yeah. And I kind of agree, especially because since we're all of us here are mock builders, I probably would have gone ahead and bought the whole set and just used the pieces somewhere else. But I mean, it all depends on your money situation. Maybe, you know, I mean, like, unfortunately, there's other bills besides Legos. There's food, there's lights, there's you know, rent or mortgage. Yeah, I know. Life's unfair. Hello, Owen. How you doing? Are you streaming today, Owen? No, I removed the building stream because felt pickish to build it off camera. Okay, well, all right. Yeah, like he said, because it was only 50 for the figs, so I would have just bought the figs too. But if they're close to 200, I'd buy the set. Yeah. Yeah, sounds like we're all in agreement here. I'll do a sorting stream maybe. You know, I probably should do some of those because Lord knows I spent just a ton of time sorting stuff. In fact, I've got so many different sorting piles in different areas in my shop, my house. I would combine them, but I think it would become Godzilla or some other monster I can't handle. But I would like to do a sorting stream and just get some of that done. So today's lesson, boys and girls, don't buy Lego minifigures that are more than the set cost. Well, now you know, and knowing's half the battle. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Oh, boy, I got to silence this. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't think I had my phone on, but apparently I do. Yeah, man. Well, if you're on later, I'll check, Owen. The castle isn't well put together. Well, the good news is you used Lego. So it's really easy to... Oh, I love the medium of Lego because you don't ruin anything. My dad, he does model trains. And unfortunately, there's times where you make mistakes and you're just buying new stuff and it's expensive to experiment. At least with Lego, you know, we can kind of mess around with it, and if it don't work out, it's not a big deal. You just tear it apart and reuse the parts. I mean, it's like the best part of it. It's going good. So what you working on, Zach? What kind of building do you do? Are you city, you space, you castle, Star Wars? What's your theme? What poison have you picked like the rest of us? My main poison is city. It used to be Star Wars as well, but with these prices, man, I'm cutting back. I can't do it all. So my plan is to post once it's done, then dismantle and rebuild the mock of it. Okay. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I get it. Especially those old modeling trains and the city stuff. That's the reason why they went to Lego Hobby. Yeah. Well, I'm going to do some more train stuff as my city matures. I've got a lot of, I've probably got close to 30 Lego trains. So, and some of them I have customized a little bit. I haven't done as much customizing of Lego trains as I would like, but that is something that I'm going to remedy as I do my city. Okay. But again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I really don't want to reveal too much about my plans on that with the trains because, well, you all already know. So yeah, but I'm gonna definitely do some mock-up of trains as well. Oh, you subbed. Hey, thanks, Zach. I appreciate that. I put out a weekly video, a city update video once a week. So if you like city building, please check it out. Just dropped one this morning, in fact. 2 more hours of work. Is that what you're saying, John? But I think my cats are loving me today because I bought some steaks that were on special at the grocery store, and I didn't get to it yesterday, so it was going to be bad. So I cooked it up last night before I went to bed and threw it out the door, and those cats were literally, I have 5 outdoor cats. They were fighting over it. All right. Here we go. We got all the spare junk. We've got the 3 minifigures. There we go. And yes, this thing is adjustable a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit, just like the real ones. It's got these things that tear up the dirt in the back. If they drop it, it can go up, so it doesn't. I like the set. It's a solid set. I like the fact they didn't use the regular yellow. They used that off yellow. I guess it's called bright light yellow or something like that. Or light orange or something like that. I don't know what color it is. Anyways, a good set, guys. Thanks for being here. I want to hear me spit. I'm not sure how to do that. I would love you to build one of the Lego Ideas NASA sets. John, I'd have to dig for them, but I do have them still. I haven't done anything with them. All right, guys, if you would, hit that like button. And thanks for spending your time with me and building this. Just remember, tomorrow morning, we're going to do the Spider-Man Oscorp building and do that. And that's exactly what I told my dad, Hoarder. I said, I always thought people that did model train layouts were cool, but you can do close to the same thing with Lego, but Lego allows you to take it apart and reuse. All right, thanks. Smash that like button. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.